Strap in for some dirty old fun, because it's time to hit the fields again. Possibly for one of the last times in this area, but you know we're going to get dirty. We're picking up all those stones, and we're trying out some new equipment. Why not? Let's hop in the bins. This is episode 49 of Eurovian Farms. What's going on, everyone? Dirty Randy here, and we are in the final stretch of the series, and I'm looking forward to it. We're wrapping up episode 50. We're in episode 49 right now, I do believe. So, whoa, that's a big zoom. That's not what you wanted, but it brought it back for the zoom in. All right. We're just hopping in little rants here. We're going to give our chickens what looks to be probably our last bit of feed we have for them. We got like 2,000 liters of sorghum, which is probably going to be just enough. I believe this trailer holds like 1,000-ish. So I don't know. I guess we'll see when we unload and come back in just a hot second there. But we will load these guys up once more. That way they're not starving, because their barrel is looking pretty low at the mow. Low at the mow. Alright, let's back it up. Come on, you can do this, Rand. Oh, you cut it too tight down the little hill. That's what I'm blaming this on. There's a little bump there. It just sends you with the momentum. It's not my fault. It's the momentum. It's physics. You can't help that. Alright, unloading these guys. They're probably going to take a heck of a lot, because like I said, scraping the bottom of the barrel with feed at the moment. Still a little bit left in there, thankfully. So let's see how much we got left, because this might work out just perfectly with that little bit of extra sorghum we were able to harvest last season. That worked out. Hey, that's the rest of it right there. So I don't know how much. We have none left now. Once we jump this off, I imagine they're going to take all of it, because as we just saw, they don't take a full trailer even when they're pretty much empty. So having a nearly full trailer should be perfect. Look at that. Backed it up like a glove for the last time ever. Looking good. All right. Oh, and they took it all. Wonderful. Wonderful. So we can probably just back this guy up here. Alright. Yeah, you can just hang out there, my chief. Wonderful. Alright. Looking good. We have our egg trailer there. I don't know if we're going to sell our chickens once we run out of feed. It's possible. But we'll see what they end up going through in the next month or two here as we kind of wrap things up. We have a bunch of eggs that we can get sold as well, so I'm looking forward to doing that when we get the chance. But for now, we are going to finish up with probably planting our fields today. We do have a bunch of stones to pick. Alright, and we did end up getting this rock picker on a decent sale. We've bought ones in, or at least ones in the past, rather. So just picking one up to buy. You know, especially if it's on sale, doesn't hurt. There's a lot of rocks in this part of the country. It doesn't seem to matter how many times you end up plowing and collecting all the rocks. There's just so much in all of the fields. All of my neighbors have tons of rocks. It's an issue. So having one of these guys just is almost an essential when you're coming to do these fields. We never owned one in the past. I think we had maybe a little a bucket that we put on the front of the tractor, but it was not that great. I'm not gonna lie. Whereas just having something like this, absolutely fantastic. It just flies along behind you, picking up all those stones. We'll probably treat this field and the one we started on just as one, more or less, kind of going around getting everything done. And then once it is finished up, we'll see how we're doing. But like I said, I would love to get some sunflowers in the ground on these fields. That way everything is pretty much just good to go, in a good spot there for whoever may want to take on this property after us. There's everything they need for all the productions, all the oils. You know, there's canola in the ground at the moment, there's olives rolling, and of course the sunflowers that we'd be planting here. So that is all in the works there and all looking good. Of course we got lots of grapes and vineyards, stuff like that, for all the wine processing and making juice and raisins, and just really using all of our product there. So that is very helpful. We got all the equipment you could ever need now, except for a planter. That is the one thing we do not have, which, considering we do plant a couple different types of crops, it would be useful, but we've just kind of leased one each year. I suppose we could buy one if we want to. We're in a decent financial situation at the moment, so we could, and it wouldn't be too much of a harm. But at the same time, you know, it's worked out pretty well for us to just lease one. We don't really have all that much space to put one, so I think we're just going to keep it as is. Sorry, and you know, just lease another one for this year, use that, and then that's pretty much the only piece of machinery that you don't have to keep this place rolling. And I suppose a sunflower harvester header, a header piece for the harvester for it, but again, that's relatively cheap. You only use it once a year, and it's a relatively large piece of equipment that just sits around. So, you know, we'll leave that up to whoever comes after me. But for now, we're actually making pretty good time on this field, I would say, especially just rolling over into the other field there. It makes it feel like we're really just capitalizing on our time and doing two fields at once, as opposed to like turning around and then you got to start off on this field again and clean it all up. So I think we're doing actually pretty well here. I think there's maybe just the corners that might have a couple stones we might have to just kind of clean up here, but for the most part we're doing pretty good. So if we're going at this pace, even, you know, we might be able to get one more field done. Then again, by the time we get down and actually go pick up our leased equipment and all that good stuff, I'm sure we'll have plenty of leeway, and I don't think we would catch up to them. So I think we'll be just fine getting this one done and then getting some help with the other fields, the other two fields, because now we've done 2 of our 4, so that is good. And heck, this field is almost done as it is, but we will just quickly wrap it up and see you on the other side of it. All right, we made it to the shop. Here she is. We're here for a planter. You know, we got some cool shots there. Let's see what they got in store today. Some interesting stuff, but nothing we actually do need at the mo. So, yeah, planters, that's what we're here for. It's like they do. Let's see, we got about 300 horsepower there on our Tracky Tour. So we could run this guy, the Kinsey Blue Drive, 3665 Blue Drive. But, interesting. This requires significantly less horsepower to operate. Geez. You know, and this one actually can do canola, it looks like, which means we could just get rid of our other one if we wanted to. That could be interesting. Interesting, yes. But I believe we are going to have to refill it a time or two as well. It'd be cool. I wonder if you could get something like this. Would it work with a different brand? You know, like it clearly goes with this guy. But I wonder. Let's maybe try it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's go mega quick, because we got lots of fields to do, I'm not going to lie. Let's see. 4,500? Yes, please. And we're going to try out one of these guys as well, just because. There you go. And this one, 180. We can definitely run that with, well, a smaller tractor. But I think I've been wanting to try this out for a while. And I've been talking to the shop. They've had it just sitting here. They're like, hey, you know what? Fine. Just try it out. You know, maybe it'll kick up some interest in someone wanting to buy it, someone driving by or something. I don't know. But it's like, hey, it works. So, we're going to try out this guy today. It's one of the shop tractors they've had on sale for some time. But I think it looks gorgeous. And yeah, I have no idea if this is going to increase the capacity on this guy. Oh my gosh, or not. So, hold on. Oh, that's the back tires hitting it, that's why. I'm going to take this and just drop it right there while I get this guy attached. Alright, well, oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, as I was saying, oh my god, that car. Yep. Oh, he was just gonna go for it. He didn't even look. I had to dip into the center, but we're good. He would have lost that battle, but still, not something I want to deal with today, any day, really. But not today. We just... It's not even our tractor. That would just be horrible. We have it for all of 30 minutes, and we've crashed into some poles and, well, possibly taken a life. Oh, we clipped the corner of the field just marginally. Uh-oh. That's fine. Is what it is. But thankfully these fields are looking good. They're all plowed up, all rock collected, and our additional front tank here actually did work. Just not for seed. So it's full of ferty, which is fine. But, you know, we'll probably have to go refill seed at some point. But we're not going to run out of fertilizer, I'll tell you that. And you know what? I wasn't, like, super stoked on that it was just extra fertilizer. You know, probably could have done without. But equally, we already leased it. So I'm not going to turn it off now. Alright, so she's filled it up, ready to rock. Turned on here. And, well, gosh. Gorsh, Mickey. I guess. Let's just get to it. Nice. We're leaving those nice lines down in the field, because this is just a freshly plowed field, and then all the rocks have been collected, so it's just nicely rolled over a bit, and we can be dropping down these sunflower lanes like it's nobody's business. Using the Dutes here, and it actually does have less power than our McCormick. We probably could have just used that and with a bigger implement, but we were just trying stuff out. You know, no harm, no foul. Seeing how she goes, and you know what? This guy's got more than enough power to run these, so it is what it is, you know, just trying some stuff out. It's all good. So we're going to blast through this. It shouldn't take us terribly long, although it already is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, coming up to 1:30. So a little bit of a later start since we did collect all the stones ourselves this morning, but nothing wrong with that. We're getting stuff done, and, you know, like I said, just kind of soaking it all in, enjoying the views, the fields, the equipment, the people, just taking it all in while we can, you know. As much as I love just giving out some money to get some work done, and we've got more than enough money at the moment, it is something to be said for doing it yourself. So we got everything up and rolling here now. We're taking a little bit of a different approach with this, and we're getting the middle done, and we can rip along the headland after. Gives us space to turn around, and then we're not kind of crushing these nice lines by driving over them tons of times. I'm surprised I haven't done this before, but you know what? Sometimes there's just a lot to think about and wrap your head around, and it's just like, you know what? Just get it done. Just get on the field and start doing stuff. So that's pretty much what we're doing today. And, you know, by the looks of it, I would say we're already almost done. You know, we have maybe 1.5, 2 more passes just of strips, and then trace the outside with the headland. Hopefully only 1. I am trying to leave just enough room for 1 here. And then after that, we can carry on to the next field. And this is one of our more awkward, bigger fields too. I mean, I guess not all of our fields are kind of a little bit awkward to some extent. Just even the square ones have like trees tracing them, and it's tight to turn around and stuff like that. So is what it is. That's looking pretty good there. I know we're not quite done on that width, but if we can get by that little tree there, we'll go something like this. Oh, we're not gonna quite have the width, my lads. Pretty darn close, though. Pretty darn close. That's alright. We will clean that up. And since we're gonna be kind of going right back over it, I don't really feel too bad driving over top like so. And we'll just drop her down and do it again. Cool. And now we can pretty much just keep going down the rest. That looks real clean, I must say. And our tractor right now is one colorful unit. You know, we got red, we got blue, we got shiny green, and it's a good time. All right. If we can get by this tree, we might have to readjust because I know we're not going to hit this whole width. We're going to go something to there. Just readjust a little bit. Like so. And we're off. Alright. Let's do this headland and then back the other way. And we're laughing. I know we have a tiny little mist strip just to my left, but I'm not worried about it. Let's not talk about it. I'm not worried about it. Are you worried about it? I'm not worried about it. All right. Hey, well, most of it's done, so that's awesome. I figured with that extra tank on the front and the dual tires, it's going to be an absolute pain to get through the yard here. And I want to just make sure we have enough seed to get this field done, because I'm pretty sure we're going to run low just as we kind of get into the swing of it. So we're going to bring her down here. Oh my gosh. See, this is a big unit as it is. We have those extra tanks and the duals on there. Like, good luck, Chief, you know? So let's see what we can do here. We're going to pop the hedges, wall bang the wall, and we're looking decent. Looking decent. Alright, we just got her topped up with another 20% or so. And hey, you know what? If we take out the step ladder, that's not the end of the world. I would say actually that's pretty decent, all things considered. And hey, there we go. Lined up like a Mack truck. I don't know. We can get her dropped off there. And this guy, I suppose we'll just move him on out of the way. May as well just go give him a park. You know what? Why not? He's put in his work for the day. He deserves to have some cover. You can go right in here, my lad. There you go, bud. She was a roller. Alright, back in here. Looking good. Get her folded up. There. Hey. There we go. Turn back on. And let's get lined up with the edge here. I've been liking this new way we've been going about it by getting, you know, kind of the insides done and then just getting a little bit of extra done at the end there. You know, I don't feel bad running over stuff we've already done. Oh gosh, this field has a little notch in it as well. Same with that other one. That's like we were doing so good with stuff and then it's like, ha, joke's on you, guy. We're not a flat field. And I mean, it's fine, it doesn't have to be, but when it's that bumpy, you just like literally you can't get a long piece of implement down across the ground there smoothly. So, is what it is. We'll probably have to just, you know what, right now. We're going to do it right now. We're just going to do something like this. And drop her down. Boom. It's like patching up an old pair of pants that got a hole or something. I don't know. It's just a little bit of crosswork on there, you know. So nothing like some good old crosshatch in your sketch there. All right. Well, this is our last field too, and you know, hey, the sun's going down. We got those long shadows. We maybe want to leave ourselves two headland, two widths, you know, just because of the fence and the trees. This one can be kind of tricky to navigate at times, but and just not enough room to turn around really, especially with the extra tank on the front, but that's all good indeed. We're making our way. And you know, I am kind of tempted to just get, as opposed to a kind of like a reverse delivery pickup from the store, because our McCormick is down at the store and we have their dutes and all of their implements up here that you know, we're gonna want to have to go swap them out. We could bring all this stuff back, but equally if they can come pick it up and bring our tractor, that'd be kind of cool too. So I don't know, we'll consider it. I think for now, you know, especially with having to get lined up evenly, I'm just gonna do this. And I know that's less than a full width, so we can get it done with one pass there. You know, it's maybe not 100% optimal, but I think it might be kind of quicker than trying to get lined up nicely each time, you know what I mean? Like, look at that. You just bang a little 180, drop her back down, and you keep going, you send it. And then we can flip-flop, kind of like we do with our vineyards, maybe. You know, it's very similar technique there. We're kind of going down one lane, and then you can come back over to this one, drop her down, and you keep going. There you go. You know, I don't know. I think that's maybe a little bit more efficient than a 3-point turn each time, and trying to get it lined up and get the momentum going again, and especially with all the heavy implements and all the weight on there and everything. I think that might be the way to go. You know, you just lift off, drive over here. We'll try our best to... You know what? I think we're just going to line it up with our other row there, and that'll be good enough. You know, leave a little bit of a gap to the trees, but nothing too crazy. I think that'll be more than fine. Alright, we can do this. Swing back this direction. Make sure we are at least going to get the full width, though. This one is probably our widest one, but we're just fine there. And then now we just have the headland to do. Probably just kind of 2 passes on each one just to make sure we get the full width of the field. They're kind of nicely capped off horizontally and looking just dandy. And I think because of the trees on this side, we're going to have to go this direction. So let's do just that. Let's get the inside done first. We did leave ourselves a fair bit of space on this one. Something like that. And we're looking good. I'm trying to think of other things to say for the next, I don't know, minute? Not even. It shouldn't even take a minute, but possibly, to get this next little headland done. But that's all good. We got, that strip is looking good. I like the way this is turning out right now. And the fact that we got some more fertilizer on the field with this guy too is actually amazing. That definitely saves a job, saves time. Look at that. Money. And these fields are looking gorgeous. I would say the best planting job we've done this series, and couldn't it be at a more appropriate time with things wrapping up here. It's looking good, and you know, I'm excited for what's to come after this series. You know, I'm not 100% sure what that's going to be just yet. Possibly some survival, starting off with the bare minimum. Oh, I was going to just... I don't want to unfold this guy, so we're just going to have to go down the field. Oops. My bad. But, yeah, something along those lines. A little bit more bare bones, not starting off with a bunch of stuff, and just seeing what we can get done. Oh, that little bump sent us into the air, and was not prepared for it, with our momentum still banging out there. So we will do the same thing on this side. Should be pretty easy. And then we can go pick up the McCormick. You know what? Maybe it just stays in the shop. It gets repaired down there for the evening. Who knows? But either way, we're in a pretty good spot. And we've got all of our fields planted now. Grapes are growing. Everything is in the works. And we've probably got a bunch of product that we could go ahead and sell coming up pretty soon here, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Possibly our last big sale. Oh my gosh, we left a little rock. We left one patch of rocks. Oh my gosh, is what it is. That's all good. And look at that. I filled the time. I thought of things to say, and we got her all done. We got everything stone picked ourselves, and we certainly got everything planted as well. That worked out fantastic. Let's see here. I want to try and get off the field if we can, but it's a little bit awkward. We'll do that. Get onto our path. Pick her up. And then we're all done with that. Uh-huh. Alright. There we go. So, I think with the sun going down there, there's probably more than enough time to just rip this guy back and come back with the McCormick. That's fine. I don't know. I know we got some repairs done on it recently. I think the paint needs touching up, but really, I don't want to shell out the money for that. It's more than fine at the moment. So we will be back at the shop in just a hot second, and we'll see where we go from there. Alright, we made her back. Looking good. Let's see if we can get back up onto the ramps here. Hey, looking good. Nailed it, buds. That was fun. That tractor did real well. No complaints with that. You absolutely love to see it. We got the implements dropped off as Schwell, and we did gas up there. That's why we were coming back with no implements, because we just topped her up for the shop. We're polite, and we're back into McCormick, so we will head probably back home. And you know what? I think we might come over to the restaurant and get some food. You know, our own restaurant. Have some wine, and you know, just enjoy the sun going down, the whole environment. Why not, you know? One last thing, too, that we can probably show you here as the sun's going down. You know, if you've been following along in the series, we opened up the restaurant on the hill there, and it's looking gorgeous. But we have one thing that we were kind of going like, hey, you know what? I really like this BMW, this car, but it's not really feeling like a business owner kind of vibe. It's more like a kid with money vibe, or absolute drift mobile. But either way, it was not quite, you know, the look we were going for, just with all these upgrades and stuff. And we've got some money in the pocket now, and we've got money coming in each month, just from all of our investments, everything that we've got rolling now. So, you know, we're in a really good spot, to be honest with you. So, you know, the pit lights are on. We're gonna pull in with the McCormick, and well, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. We did end up, I know I said I would sell, or would not sell rather, the BMW. I'd keep it, but at the same time I was looking at some other options, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I got big boy money now, not just thinking I got some money now. So that being said, you know, let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, well, there she is. Yeah, you know it, I ordered a Benzo, that's right. AMG, baby. Alright, well, yeah, it's a Black Series, that's right. And we got it all murdered out for sure. And this is a feeling a little bit more business ownery, you know, rolling up to the winery and all that. And it's like, hey, who's this guy? It's the guy that owns the place. And it's like, oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. So there you go. Alright, we're going to turn down here. And just pop into here, looking good, everything's looking good, and we're gonna roll right on up front as we do. Alright, yeah, that's looking good. That's where we parked before. You'll love to see it. They know Randy's in town. Jeez, look at the view. Just no complaints, honestly. The car, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's all looking good. So, you'll love to see it. That's going to have to be it for this episode. We got lots done. We got one more banger on the way and wrapping up the series. Probably getting a look at how far we've come and making a whole bunch of money in the process. See what other goodies that end up popping up. But all around, I mean, this landscape, looking gorgeous, looking way different than before. You can't even see the biogas, and that was pretty much what I was going for. I didn't want the view to get ruined for all of my fine guests, so we were playing the long game with that one. But all in all, looking fantastic. We've got all of our fields back and planted now. Everything is growing, and it's in just such a gorgeous state, with spring coming up for you know, a potential buyer to possibly take on this whole operation. So there you go. And yeah, you know what? We'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe, something like that. I don't know. I'm seeing them. I'm out there. All right. Anyways, bye-bye.